I'm gonna ask a question now. You said we could talk about this, so I don't want you to get nervous.
Never.
Damn, Unc, relax. All right, shout out to the Bronx.
I'm about to light my shit up.
Bronx.
Now you gotta be tight.
Bro, exactly. You can tell he ain't play with that. You saw his face? Your face turned red. For what?
Cause be debating me on. I went to a whole thing with Queens. Shout out to my man Hassan, man. He did a whole documentary on that, and I was the only from the Bronx in the movie theater. Highlight. That's my brother from Queens. But he got a whole documentary debating exactly what we're talking about. And we talk about it all day. I did. Me and him went at it. He older than me, so he always like, Gunz, you wasn't there. I was, no, nigga, you playing disco records. I'm talking about the break beats when start rhyming, breaking, and fucking electric boogie. Where did it start?
So, but didn't that derive from the disco records?
Yeah, but that's like saying.
We got him, G. We got him.
No,
we got you.
Good luck with that.
See, you can't do that. Now that's biasness. Didn't it derive from disco?
No.
You just said yes.
No, I said playing disco records.
No, how were they rapping on? How were they?
Nobody was rapping on them.
What were they saying?
They were shouting. We got DJ such and such in the house. Rock the body, rock. And come on, nigga. I'm talking about when a nigga got on the mic and started putting them words out there. Get out of here.
They was doing that?
Talking. Niggas was just talking.
He really serious about this. He don't play about that.
Y'all not taking that from the Bronx. I refuse.
Say no more. We ain't gonna take it from the Bronx. But let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You brought up Afrika Bambaataa.
Oh, shit.
You said you said you could talk about it. You should never said that.
Let's go, man. I tell you,
you brought up Afrika Bambaataa. Yeah. Now I'm gonna ask you an honest question. Back in the days, what we heard now from Hassan Campbell, B. Stinger, these individuals that talk about it that suffered from this man, that they said, right? Back in the days, was the rumor about him, was this known back in the days? Was it known at the time? Honestly,
yeah.
You could say, really?
I went to James Monroe High School. I just told y'all that. That's like next to Bronx River, the projects. It was always rumored. Just to be honest, man, I love the Bronx, but I got just, if we keep it 100, keep it 100. Yeah, but the rumors was that he was gay. That was the rumors. And then somebody came and started talking about the other stuff. And it wasn't until I was in Bronx River one day with my man Bryant. My people over there, man, I don't want to just throw niggas' names out there and put them in the situation. But I was with my mans and them out there, and they said some real crude shit. And I was like, they from there. They from him. And that's what it made me go, oh, there might be some validity to this, And the last time I saw a band, man, I was in the State Building. I went to visit Minister Farrakhan. And Bam was waiting. He was outside getting ready to see the minister, too. And it was like a week after that shit hit the daily newspapers, that people was coming out with that. So, now the rumors was out there.
I'm talking about back in the days, not because it came out in 2016 when the Rolling Stone.
I was hearing this shit, man. I was hearing stuff.
What year?
I never, just to be honest with you, I hate to say it, man. You guilty of your heroes ignoring shit about your heroes. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I was guilty of that.
So even if you heard it, you ignored it.
It was rumors. To me, like, nigga, that's just, nigga, I don't get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Well, you said you was hearing this in high school.
I heard some.
And nobody thought to. Why do you think? And I want you to be honest. Like, why did nobody not do anything? Like, even up to this day, he hasn't been. I mean, he's been sued, but hasn't been charged. Why do you think nobody has done anything?
Because it's a difficult thing, man. Like when I look at some of these guys that people that's coming out, people that, look, that's a hard thing to admit, bro. Some of these niggas ain't admit till they was adults. So it's a rumor until somebody come out straight up and say it. If one person say, yo, I'm telling you this what's going on, or I seen this or seen that, and the person that they blame and say that's not true, what you gonna go with? At that point, it's just a rumor. He said that didn't happen. So it's not until these dudes became adults that they came out and said that 100% that was a fact. I've never seen anything. Mm-hmm. I've never I never witnessed anything. I just heard shit. You know what I mean? So if we going off of what I've heard, I could only go, yo, bro, that's a crazy thing to say if you don't know that for a fact. You asked me if I heard that before. Yeah, I heard that before. I never heard. There was never no proof. Nobody ever told me it happened to them or nothing like that.
I mean, people talk about it now online. Y'all aware of that, but you talking about at that time, nobody.
At that particular time.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing for somebody to admit, bro. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Was the Zulu Nation that powerful in the Bronx at that time, though? You hear about, when Hassan Campbell talked about it, he says how powerful the Zulu Nation was, how much weight they held.
Facts.
So you say that, like, yo, they were
really, was just deep. It was a lot of them, and it was powerful, and even just in the music business, it was well respected. I never, damn, this is gonna sound up. I loved the togetherness of the Zulu Nation. Loved it, but I never wanted to be down with the Zulu Nation.
Why?
I don't know, man. It wasn't because of that. Because again, I just never wanted to be. If in some aspects musically, I love the brotherhood, but then it became it's
cult.
Not a cult. Nah, definitely not a cult.
Okay, shit. Okay.
There was some people that took the shit. It became almost like a badge of honor, gang. Like I'm down with Zulu. You know what I mean? Zulu Nation became like and I didn't like that shit. I like when it was just together, black shit, you know what I mean? But when it became almost like in some aspects like that. And not that they took it there, it was just certain people that would get down with it and then fall under the umbrella like, yo, I'm Zulu, I'm such and such, I'm under, and that part of it, I didn't like that part of it.
Let me ask you one last question about this and I'll move on. Do you feel like even if this is true, we cannot, because you did say earlier, we cannot take what Afrika Bambaattaa did for hip hop, right? Like, so do we put this in the category? Because like people with R. Kelly, right? They say, well, R. Kelly music was great, but as a human being, he's a piece of shit.
Right.
With Bambaattaa, is it the same thing? Like, Bambaattaa put so much work in for hip hop culture. Him as a person, he's a piece of shit, or can we equate everything and say, nah, he violated, he used his movement to lower young men, allegedly, and take advantage? Do we put all that on him, or we have to separate it as well?
I don't know that. Let's go as far as say he used that to do that. I mean, shit, it'd be hard-fest to say he didn't, you know what I mean? But I'll say this right here. You got to give credit where credit is due, though it don't feel good. You know what I mean? So, I'm from the Bronx. He's a legend. He's a hero. It's hard to look at him like the same, bro. It's hard to even give him that. You know what I mean? But truth is truth. If they say the party's over on that side, you had to dress up and put on shoes and do that. But if you went to Bambaataa side, you can come in as you was with your goddamn shoes, break dance, however you was, hip hop. I look at the legends that I look up to. The Grandmaster Caz is who I named my son after. Caz, and I analyze. Because the Cold Crush is solely responsible for me rapping. I listen to them, and pretty much they give the credit to the Flash and the Flashes and Bambaattaa and them. So yeah, it's one of those things, man. It's flip, man. It's a hard thing to give credit to.
I can tell though, because you're a hip hop guy. I can see how much you love hip hop, and I can see that. I'm looking at you, and I can see like you don't like
somebody. All right, so here's the deal: somebody that potentially harm a kid or a boy or a girl, any child, it's hard to get them any kind of love and credit, man. It's hard, but you got to. Somebody said R. Kelly would never lose in the verses. It's true. But it's hard, you know what I mean? When they said, do you still listen to R. Kelly? It's hard not to, because he made so many dope songs. But when I listen to it, is there some guilt listening to it? You know what I mean? But there's also the human side of things, the human in me. There's people that might go, yo, I don't like the way Peter Gunz treated those girls and what he did on TV. It's hard to look at him the same. The only thing I give that to is this is all adults. There was no... I don't like being compared to shit like that, because there's all consensual adults and we all adults and we,
I understand.
Very hard to talk about, bro. But I don't duck no smoke.
I can see it in your, I can see we're looking at you and your energy shifts up and down because like you're thinking, because you don't want to offend anybody, neither.
No. That if you did that, you should be offended. Yeah. It's just that the problem.
Not him. I'm talking about the people. Like, cause you know, some people like, damn, the OG giving him credit, knowing that he did this. So, but I see you like, I don't know if it's because of a friendship with him. I don't know, cause like you thinking a lot, huh?
We not friends.
Respect.
I don't know him like that.
You just respect what he did for the culture.
He's older than me, so I might have seen Bambaattaa twice in my life.
Respect.
So don't get that fucked up. It's just one of those things where you give respect where respect is due. You know what I mean? You can't take certain things from niggas, man. You just can't do it. He did what he did. You know what I mean? But it's also, again, man, it's hard to, I might not be articulating this properly, but you feel bad giving a nigga that would do some crazy credit. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. And I catch it from both sides. I catch it from the older hip hop community that gets mad when I talk about it and say, you should say, don't ask me nothing about that, rather than speak on it. And then the flip side of that, you should have said more. But I don't, if anybody know me and watch me from all my life, I don't have a edit button. I say what the fuck it is. And that's why even on, you see how I roll, my stories has always been real. Hate me or love me, my real. There was nobody telling me what I could say and what I could do. I did what I wanted to do. So when I came here and asked me, I'm my answer. And again, very, very important piece of hip hop. Whether you want to give him the credit or not, I'm here to tell you he was extremely important. May not want to give him that credit, but it's the truth.
Got it.